My name is Barbara Brock Nelson, and I'm interviewing my father, William Ernest Brock. Dad, can you tell me when and where you were born?
Yes, I was born in Harrison County, it was about 2 miles east of Bremen, Georgia, on a dirt road in a farmhouse. It was not in a hospital.
And what was your birth date?
April 1st, 1926.
Can you tell me about your family?
We were farmers, poor farming, sharecropping really. Sharecropping is when a person who owns the ground allows a farmer to cultivate that land, and the owner gets about a third of the crop at the end of the year. Back then, there was no paved roads and no public utilities and so forth, and a lot of people hungry. It was during the Depression.
You were the baby of the family, weren't you?
I wouldn't say the baby. I was just the youngest of 5 boys. I had 4 other brothers, one 7 years older than I was. The next brother was 7 years older than that brother, and the other 3 were more or less 1 or 2 years apart.
Your mother died when you were very young.
Yes, I was 10 years old whenever my mother died. That was in 1936.
At that time, what did you think your life would be like when you were older?
Oh gosh, I had no idea. I was just hoping that maybe I could make life a little better for myself and for my father. My brothers were married and had families of their own, and I just wanted to see him taken care of.
What did you do following your discharge from the Navy?
I went to Gases Auto Supply and selling, and I've become very, very successful at it.
Tell me about your college graduation from Kent State University. Were you the first person in your family to graduate from college?
Yes, I graduated, I believe it's June 10th, 1950, with a degree in business administration. And my wife, Daleen, and my father, that was Wally Seabrock, was there at the graduation. A very proud moment.
What plans did you have for your future after that?
I didn't have a lot of plans, but having worked at Gases Auto Supply and Sales, my brother came over from Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, and we were sitting on the steps, and of course I was bragging, telling him how I sold parts and all this other stuff. And he said, well, I tell you what, if there's going to be a dealership available in Leechburg, which is about 6-7 miles from him, sometime in the 6 to 12 month future, and if you'd like to come over and stay with me and work at my dealership for a while and learn the business, I think there's a good chance that you might be able to get the dealership.
Tell me about opening your first car dealership.
I believe it was August 12th, 1950. This dealership opened, and it was for Dodge, Plymouth, and Dodge trucks. And that was in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. And very, very hard to begin with. Very difficult. I wondered how I ever let myself get into this. Our entire life savings and everything we could borrow went into it, and I worked extremely hard for quite a while, and then finally it began to pay off a couple of years later, and it got better, better, better. I started going to the auction and buying used cars and selling used cars that were reconditioned and ready to go. But my big year in the automobile business was 55 and 56. That's when I become our Leechburg Auto Sales. Forgive me for saying I. Leechburg Auto Sales become one of the top entire eastern zone of the United States.
Well, it sounds like you started out as a poor Georgia farm boy in the time of the Depression and became a very successful businessman. What words of wisdom would you like to pass on to your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren?
Don't be disappointed with a disappointment, because usually there's something greater right around the corner. Just look for it. Look for it with anticipation, knowing that it's there. And that will give you the enthusiasm to do a great day's work, knowing that it's going to get better and better and better. That's the only thing I could suggest.
Wonderful. It was really good talking to you, Dad.